Good evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Thursday, the 16th of January, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, Ireland beats Windies in a thriller, and in our feature for this evening, EPPS Relay Fest set for tomorrow. We'll take this break, and I'll be right back.
Listen closely, and you will hear what climate change might sound like.
$30 for a hand of bananas?
Severe drought could destroy banana plants and drive food prices up.
And now we can see the dead coral reef below us.
Dead coral? I thought it was alive.
No, it's dead. If you look at the pictures, you can see what the coral used to look like.
Oh, wow.
Natural wonders like coral reefs are disappearing. But listen closely again, and you can hear the solution. People disposing of garbage responsibly and not in drains and rivers. People responsibly discarding engine oil. Our climate may be changing, but so can we. Making small changes together can have a huge effect on reducing the impacts of climate change. Act now. Rally. Rethink. Respond. This message is brought to you by the OECS Secretariat with funded assistance from USAID.
Well, I'm back, and we start with cricket. Ireland had come desperately close to beating West Indies in the second match of their one-day series. On Wednesday, they actually got over the line in one of the strangest and most seesawing T20 games you'll see. They looked like they were running away with it for the first quarter of the match, thanks to a barnstorming 47-ball 95 from Paul Stirling. But West Indies clawed their way back with a brilliant display of T20 bowling, led by Dwayne Bravo, who was playing his first international match in 3.5 years. Instead of a target of 240-250, which looked possible at one stage, West Indies was set 209 to win. They were always in touch with their required rate, with every member of their top six getting among the runs, but they somehow, not least thanks to some brave bowling choices and brilliant catching from Ireland, fell narrowly short. Summary scores: Ireland 208 for 7, Stirling 95, O'Brien 48, Bravo 2 for 28, Cottrell 2 for 37, Peer 2 for 45, beat West Indies 204 for 7, Lewis 53, Pollard 31, Little 3 for 29, Young 2 for 31, Ireland winning by 4 runs. Meanwhile, Ben Stokes, England all-rounder, has won the Sir Garfield Sobers Trophy for the ICC Player of the Year 2019 after playing starring roles in the side's maiden 50-over World Cup triumph and one-wicket win in the Leeds Test match during the Ashes in 2019. In a World Cup final for the ages, Stokes struck an unbeaten 84 of 98 balls to help England tie with New Zealand's 241. He then made 8 off 3 balls in a super over shootout, which also ended in a tie, but England eventually won the title on boundary count. Stokes also produced a similar stellar display in the longest format, his unbeaten 135 off 219 balls, helping England secure an improbable chase of 359 at Headingley. Now to football, and we have some results in the SKNFA matches played on Tuesday, 14 January. Division 1 at Utley's playing field, Davis Construction Lodge Patriots 1, Electrofab Sandy Point 3. The officials were Nicholas Rose and Latoya James. At Limekeel playing field, Rivers of Living Water, listen to this, 13 goals, Newton Ground 1. Scoring for Rivers, Jamari James had 6 goals. Hakeem Blackmore had a hat-trick, that's 3. Clyde Morris, he got 2. Kyle Hodge, he got 1. And Deshaun Keynes got 1. Scoring the lone goal for Newton Ground, Dejon Harris in the 32nd minute. Yellow card issued to Cadney Hobson of Rivers in the 84th minute. The officials were Sanchez Bass, Davana Claxton, and Rashim Hopkins. We go to break, and when I come back, we'll have our feature for this evening.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Well, I'm back, and athletics is in the spotlight. The organizing committee at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School is all excited about the upcoming Relay Festival to be hosted by that school tomorrow. Tomorrow, mind you, Friday, 17 January. Certain key players spoke to the press on Wednesday. Let's take in this. I'm here at the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, and I have certainly a dignified bunch of individuals to my right. Now, starting with Delvin Phillip, former coach here at the school, and then we have Mrs. Pemberton, the headmistress, and Mrs. Dorr, the education officer, and Jamie Hamilton, of course, the current coach at the school. First of all, Delvin, Friday the 17th is going to be a very significant day for your school. Well, your former school, should I say?
Still my
Still
school.
your school. Could you tell us a little bit about the initiative, how it started? Because historically, I know that 3 coaches took the ball and ran with it after an initial coaching session. I think that it was the St. Thomas's Primary School with Eddie Keynes doing skipping, and Joycean Labor Primary with Kelvin Wallace, and they're involved in kids athletics. And of course, EPPS, under your guidance, ran away with the relays. Talk to us about that initiative, how it all started, and how it went last year.
Well, first of all, a few years now, we've been trying to bring this relay festival to the EPPS, but we had a little hiccups, but a few changes were made, and we went right ahead and we got going with the relay festival. So we wanted to do something a part of our anniversary, which is January. We're having 12 years anniversary. So on the 17th, what's the date? 17th, we'll be kicking off our second annual relay festival. So I'll let the principal talk more on that.
No, before you go to the principal, though, how well did it go last year? Because you were very much hands-on with it. How did you find it last year?
Well, I think it was well supported last year. First time, you might have a little hiccups, but you learn from your mistakes. So we're definitely going to correct the mistakes we made last year. But last year it was really well. All the schools came out. The crowd came in a bit late, but it went well. It went well. All the kids came out on support and did well.
Okay, Ms. Pemberton, could you tell us now the significance of that anniversary date, what it means to the school, and tell us about the start time and the actual venue, etc.
All right, so we decided to have the event on our actual anniversary date. It's our main activity in terms of celebration for our 12th anniversary, so we thought that would have been the best time. We have scheduled the event to be on Friday, as we said, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. As Mr. Phillip mentioned, last year persons came in when we were wrapping up. So we are hoping that, maybe your boss could give you a little hour off from work and you can get there and see some of the events before it finishes at 4 p.m. Mr. Hamilton, I think, will tell you more about the exact races, but...
And the venue.
The Nevis Athletic Stadium, or what we call the Mondo Track.
Now, Mrs. Dorr, of course, you're the education officer here at the school. I'm certain that you're very happy when you see innovative creations like this one. What are your thoughts?
Thank you. Well, as indicated earlier, this is the second annual Relay Festival. Last year, I did attend, and I must say I was pleased. It was very child-friendly, and as Ms. Pemberton said, even though the crowd came in late, it was well attended. And I know I'm going to be there on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. I'm already geared up. So I'll be there on Friday, and I'm inviting everyone. Take your lunch hour. It's a nice little activity, to relax, give the children your support. So I'm looking forward to seeing the crowd coming in a little earlier and cheering on the children. And we're hoping that going forward we can make it even bigger and better as the years go by. So come on out.
Nice. Jamie, of course, you're the current coach. Could you tell us about the actual activities? How many relays, the types of relays that will be involved on the day?
On the day, we will be starting with the 4x2. Follow up with the 4x150. Then we will have a break. Then we can come with the 4x4. Then the medley. Then we can finish off with the 4x1 because most of the parents and them love a 4x1. So we will end with the 4x1.
My understanding is that there would be only one primary school missing this year. That's the Nevis Academy due to certain logistics. How many persons do you anticipate representing each team? So like when Joyson Lebert Primary shows up, for instance, how many athletes do you anticipate based on the number of races?
16 athletes you will have, yeah. 8 girls, 8 boys.
Also, we have 2 non-athletes. We made the requirement to have 2 non-athletes. And what we mean by the term non-athletes, those persons who you wouldn't typically see coming first on sports day or during inter-primary. So we have an event for those students as well, where they can be on the track. There's an obstacle relay. There's some hurdles, a little sprinting. Say that again?
Slalom poles.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He's the professional. But we wanted to integrate everybody. Not everybody is going to be able to sprint down the track like Shelley and Fraser Price. But they could jump over a little, hurdle, and they can do something else.
Or maybe they could jump like Mrs. Pemberton jumps. Miss Pemberton jumps when EPPS scores a goal. I'm certain you would have seen her on television when EPPS scores a goal. In terms of the cost to get in, we never mentioned that. There must be some kind of a cost.
We are charging just a small, soft $5. When you go to those bigger meets at the Mondo track, you pay $20, $25. Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School is not about, robbing anyone, but we want everybody to come out and just a little $5 to assist us along the way in our sporting endeavors. That would be very, very great.
I thought you would have said $17. It would have been significant.
That's a good idea.
In terms of preparation, though, Jamie and Adelvin, I want you all to address this because I know that the sports relays are coming up, the road runs are coming up. How prepared are the children at this point, at this very point for Friday? How prepared are the athletes?
Well, I've passed on the baton to Jamie, but I got a little time off from Sinkits. We are injured at the moment, so I have to be doing therapy sessions. So I came over to assist the school, not only Jamie, my friend Miss Pemberton as well. So my short little stint here, we've been doing some little training with some baton passing and what's not. You just came off the Christmas break, but from what I'm seeing here so far, from the week and a half thus far, children are starting to shape up, and it looks like sports season.
Okay. And Jamie, your thoughts? Your hands on?
Yeah, as Adelvin has said, the preparation is going real good because we had like a 2 weeks practice in the vacation, so the children is actually not really out of shape. So the little preparation that we started Monday, they get back into the running groove again. So
you believe the other schools are as prepared too, from what you're hearing now?
You have some other schools already preparing, but my focus is on Elizabeth Pemberton. Yeah.
We met with all of the coaches, I think it was Friday past, and we discussed the logistics of the game and everything. And from what we're hearing from them, they're ready. So it will be a great meet.
And of course, Adelvin, we can't forget that Miss Malone is a part of the team. I'm sure you want to just mention her.
Yeah, and our other coach, Miss Malone, Romisha Malone. Our other coach will be working with me. Even when Adelvin is here, she will be working alongside me.
Right, Adelvin was saying there are different categories, so she will be assisting with the different categories, right?
Yeah, and just for the meet, we'll be doing a kindergarten to 2. That's one category, and the next category will be grade 3 to 6. So last year it was K2, 3 and 4, and 5 and 6, but this year we'll just be doing the K2 and then the 3 to 6. All right, so the event will be a little shorter, but we're going to try and prolong it.
But it should be exciting.
It should be exciting. There's 15, 16 events, so we're hoping the public can come out and just come and watch 16 events and you're back.
Again, I'm a little sorry that it's 16 events and not 17, Miss Pemberton. Yeah.
Well, actually, it could be 17 because we're trying to put in a coach's race.
Okay, then.
So
they're backing down.
So what about a headmistress race?
Oh, boy.
Paramedics will be on hand.
Miss Tony had a comment.
Well,
What do you think about the headmistress race?
Well, maybe not the headmistress race, but what you call it?
The coaches.
Yeah, the coaches. I think the coaches race would be a nice touch to the whole event. Yes.
Mr. Hamilton has indicated that he will take that race hands down. Yes. So the others are not wanting to show up.
So what about Miss Milan? She not okay.
Yes,
All right.
yes. For our first time exhibition event, yes, y'all should bring it home.
Yes, we're really looking forward to that. If you look at the coaches at the schools, they have Hakeem Harvey, you have the Royston Queely, so you have Coven Wallace, so it's going to be a good. I'm hoping that the race pull out.
I hope that one comes out.
So it's on the 17th, so we'll be doing 17 events.
Great. Final words, everyone, as you advise the general public where the action is at on the 17th, where everybody has to be. There's some people, of course, Mrs. Dorr, who you might not be aware, but sometimes when the cameras swing on them, they said, please take the camera off me because Miss Dorr don't know I'm up here. You know that kind of way. But final thoughts, Delvin.
Well, I'm just urging the public to come out on Friday, the 17th, to come and witness 8 primary schools in Relay Ding Dong. I wouldn't say Ding Dong, but we won't have a winner, but everybody are winners. So I'm just urging the public to come out and support EPPS on their 12th anniversary on the 17th, and we will be having 17 events, as Curtis like to talk about the 17th.
Nice.
And before we end, I do want to give a hearty thank you to our sponsors, A1 Farms. We are appreciative of Mr. and Mrs. Mackie Trust for the donation towards us being able to purchase medals for all of the students who are participating. So again, A1 Farms and A1 Office Technology, we are truly grateful for your sponsorship.
Great.
All right, and lunch hours vary, so we can have the crowd coming in and out. If your lunch hour is from 1 to 2, you come and see those events. 2 to 3, 3 to 4, we're expecting you to be there. The children are looking forward for your support, so come on out, please.
We're just hoping we get the support, a strong support from the public, because the children are working hard, pushing every day, so we just want the support from the people.
Can I ask everybody to just forget their lunch hour every day from today's Wednesday, forget your lunch hour today, forget your lunch hour tomorrow. That's 2 hours, and add it on to so it'll be 3 hours. So on Friday, just forget the lunch hour today, and add it on the Friday, and that's 3. Right.
Well, I hope nobody gets fired for 17 hours after that. But certainly, folks, Friday, Mondo Track, 1 p.m., that's where the action will be. EPPS Relay Fest. Nobody should miss it. Thank you very much, guys. Well, it certainly sounds as if it's going to be one great package over there at the Mondo. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and a sacrifice. Have a good night.